Sorry.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the That's How We Roll channel. Tonight, Misfits of Alseta. Yay!
Bless this mess. All of it.
Bless this mess. I love that. This
My
is a
southern is showing.
D&D 5e actual play game, and all the lovely players before you are playing level 9 characters. So, before we get to know them, let's go to Lee with a quick announcement.
All right, all champions of the Forgotten Realms.
He did it. He did it.
I did. Anyway, it's a really wonderful idle game. Are you knowing that I didn't commit to the bit? Jacob. You set your formations, you do some really awesome things. You get to use characters from the Forgotten Realms, such as Minsk, who was there, Jarlaxle, people from across various APs. In fact, you can play as one Penelope Halfpint, played by our Hope LaVelle. And if you would like to have yourself a Electrum chess code, just deep dive and figure out where you put chess codes, because I couldn't do it. And you'll want to type in Jivy Ofe Gilles. That is Jivy Ofe Gilles. And I would introduce myself, but we just have a bevy of announcements. So I'm going to slide it over to one of the two of you. Whoever goes first wins.
Duval.
I guess
Between Jacob and Hope.
Sure. Yeah, I assume.
Yeah, maybe.
Amazing. And you know what? I'm gonna skip April. That sounds fun.
No, I didn't announce myself. These are the announcements.
Let me have my bit, Lee.
Never
Goldberg.
skip April. I just couldn't let it be a joke.
I understand. I respect it. And I love you. Anyway, what's up, everybody? I'm Jacob Plicque, as per usual. You know this already, maybe whatever, who knows. But what's really cool is I'm going to be at PAX East in like a week and a half or whatever, and wanted to let you know that, one, I'm going to be there, and so you can come say hi if you'd like to. And also, I'll be on not one, not two, but three really cool panels. So what would they be, you might ask? One on Friday is going to be about neurodivergency and gaming. So kind of that cross section of awesomeness. That'll be at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Saturday, so that's a Friday, right? So on Saturday, I'm on two panels. One about building queer gaming spaces. That'll be at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. And then at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time over on the Tales from the Tavern panel. So come hang out and check that out. And my introduction, I'll save for later.
Oh, hey! Yay! Announcements. Hey, everybody. So, super exciting news. Princess Iridescent. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Has a hardcover now. Yay! You get the soft cover and the hardcover. Soft cover, hardcover, and an ebook. So really excited about that. It just came out literally like 10 minutes ago. So I'm just like getting it all ready. If you want it, I have a discounted, just for you guys, discounted code in my website. If you go to that link, if you're live, you can check out the link there and get a discounted hardcover. I made it as cheap as possible. And if not, there's a discounted paperback and of course the ebook for just $5. Anyways, I'm really excited that it's finally over and the book is out there and I'm super stoked. Anyways, that's my announcement. Back to Lee.
I'm Lee. That's it. No, at Goldberg 337 on the internets, and frankly, you can feel free to follow. I do pancake arts things, and today I will be a Circle of Stars druid named David. Both of us are he, him. Both of us aren't very good at animals. And think of it this way. If you, Maverick, I see that you say that, why don't you just buy enough of the book to get a free book from the discounted price? And then it's like all the other ones were at normal price. That's all for me. April, you're number 2.
I'm number 4. Hi, I'm April Raygun, and tonight I'm back as Nira, the Kobold Bard. I'm here. Hi, I fell asleep. Sorry.
Yeah, while everyone else was on fire. No problem at all. It's all good. Once again, Jacob Plicque here. Dual King Jacob all over the internet. See him pronouns, Dungeon Master, Duval and Dragons, and Kotatar the Amphitheater. And tonight, as per usual, playing Kotatar. He's a Githzerai, Horizon Walker Ranger. He, him pronouns as well. Let's shoot stuff.
Hell yeah. Kia ora. I'm Daniel Denova. I play San Leon, who is a Dhampir Rogue Barbarian. His pronouns are he, him. Mine are fluid, so yep. But yeah, and you can find me everywhere. I do illustration and voice acting. I've just recently been in Dune Part 2, which is kind of sick. Yeah.
Yay.
Y'all ever screamed on top of a sandworm the first time you saw it in the movie? This guy has.
I scream on top of a lot of sandworms. It's pretty fun, actually.
Amazing. I'm Dani. Hello, I'm Dani Gage. I play Silva, who is the Fire Genasi Warlock of this crew, and I just threw my first spell. Yes.
Gang.
So great. Yeah, can't wait to show y'all more. My pronouns are she, her, so are Silva's, and that's it for me.
Will it take another year? Will it?
Maybe.
I think it's a floodgate thing.
I just have to leave again.
No, don't leave. Hi, world. I am Damien. I'm playing Reginald, but Bellagamba, Eladrin Knight, Paladin, and Eladrin Knight, I should say. And I have the he/him pronouns, but I will do the Indigenous introductions, acknowledgements. So I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which I'm playing from today, and pay my respects to the elders past and present. I would like to acknowledge the Maori people from Aotearoa, where Daniel is from, and from North America, the Fernandino, Tataviam, Hohokam, Tumakua, Creek, and Cherokee, and we pay our respects to Indigenous peoples all over the world. Hope sound.
What about me?
That was my way
That's
of
why
throwing
you
to
can't
you.
handle it. That's why you
Wow.
can't even handle it. Let a pro do it.
I know. I'm sorry, I'm an amateur.
Hello, everybody. I'm Hope LaVelle. You can follow me on the socials at the Hope LaVelle. You can watch me play an 80-year-old adventuring grandma for 2 more episodes of Children of Erte Tuesday on the Demiplane RPG channel. That's the one. Then it's all over, and you won't be able to see me play an old lady anymore.
Oh.
Sad. But you know, more importantly, we're here tonight to play some D&D. Some Misfits of Alseta, and with that said, I think that's everything. Let's roll our intro and get started.
Hope sound in it.
Through chaos, fate is calling. Your dreams are haunting you. Nightmares becoming true. So will you stand and fight? Will you survive the night? It's time to awaken and find alive.
Okay, we are back. Hello, recap time. Are we ready? Okay.
Very.
All right. Okay, let's settle in. Let's do this. So last time, we had a very big fight with a fire elemental in a pool of lava that you guys did a really great job. It was a very hard fight, and the only way that you guys really survived was through David charming the monster. And through that, you guys befriended him, basically, and learned that he was just a cremator. That's what he was designed to do. And he was trying to, he wanted an offering. and you guys passed, and on you went down a spiral staircase into the heart of the tomb, where you found sarcophaguses things. What do you call them?
Sarcophagi.
Guy.
Sarcophagi.
Hey.
And within them, you found golden skeletons. Skeletons covered in gold. And Silva reached out to a golden skull and found herself in a white void speaking to the king himself, the king of the elves who fought in the war so long ago against the nightmares, fighting alongside the dreams. And she learned that it was up to them up to the Misfits to take the golden skeletons, the remains of all the elves there, and take them to a land of Mythdranar, where they will find some dwarves who can forge the golden skeletons into anything they may want. Weapons, armor, magical items, maybe a musical instrument, who knows? And this is their new quest. We find ourselves outside of the tomb as they made their way back up. And it is storming now, still raining. But you guys are out of the tomb, having completed your mission. What would you like to do?
Oh, it's so... This is what we were not dealing with, just going above the whole thing. Why don't we just climb up again?
Got a bit of luck than climbing down. Ouch, that hurt.
Oh, yes. I don't know what happened, though. He's covered all in mud there, Reginald.
Yes.
A bit late to the party, coming in.
Let's just leave that conversation for another day.
All right.
So, we have gold. We have golden bones. And
Yes.
where did we say Mythrandir we have to go to?
That was,
Yeah, I
was
believe
the
so.
name. Some city underneath or something? Was it Silva?
Yeah, Mithrandor. It's some sort of dwarven city that survived the aftermath of that war.
Any idea how to get there, Silva? You're muted, I think.
Can't hear you.
Still muted.
Ah,
Silva.
Ah,
There you
better.
are.
That's
There
You're
it
back.
is.
all right. No, I don't know. It's some legendary place. I mean, wasn't there a portal there or something we could have taken? Am I imagining things?
Possibly.
Portal
I
Village.
mean, can I just because so much of the books and things that David has read have some sort of like, whether it is any kind of accurate is who knows, but it's a lot about these times, these kind of heroic deeds and things like that. Can I kind of cycle back into my mind and see if I recognize the name or the direction, at least, that the legends speak?
Give me a history check.
Help, if possible, by listing. They called it the City of Song, City of Love.
Mm-hmm.
It's the capital
Absolutely.
city.
Sure. Do you want me to add
Really?
anything to it?
Yeah, add
Silva's intelligence, or
add Silva's intelligence. +5.
you're muted. +5. Okay, so that's gonna be
No, wait.
29.
I think actually I have proficiency in something. I don't think it's that high. I don't know why I said that. And that's going to be intelligence plus 2. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Still 26.
Cool.
Is 26 a good number?
Pretty good number.
Alright.
Your books that you read during your time in limbo, you recall something about the city of love, the city of song. These ring a bell once Silva points it out. Mythdraner, you know, is in Faerun, a plane on the material plane, a place that you have actually been to. You guys have actually been to. You may not know it though. I think Silva might have pointed it out. You've been there once, but it is not of the same plane as Ethrena.
Yeah, so I'll share that. Like, it's, I mean, if the legends and the stories are true, I have a general idea, but that general idea is not on this plane. So we're gonna have to jump. Sliders.
If anything.
More portals. Wonderful.
Is this a portal where we know where we're going, or is it kind of up to chance?
I mean, the good news, right, is there's so much of this land Faerun that, you know, we're gonna get to Faerun. But
Sure.
since we don't know much more than that currently, yeah, we're just gonna end up somewhere and hope we can find it if we just go. But I don't know if, I mean, I just don't know if anybody here is gonna know much about Faerun. We could go to Faerun and do some old-fashioned investigating legwork.
Be
Did read-
nice.
I did read some children's books about Faerun, but aside from that, my knowledge is... I mean, if we had time to rest, I could potentially connect with my ancestors.
So that's just it. I think maybe we're thinking a step and a half ahead. We first need to get back out of here first.
Yes.
On point, Kotatar. Always on point. Yes.
Unless we could take a shortcut and just go straight from there, from here. Because then we save ourselves time. I'm just saying.
You're not wrong, Silva.
Well, we should take a rest first, yeah?
Do we want to sleep here, or do we want to sleep in a land we know even less about?
I prefer not to sleep in the mud, personally.
Why don't we just go back in? Just in the entrance. Out of this fucking rain.
Yes, and out of this mud, San Leon.
Yes.
Definitely get out of the rain. We need to get out of the rain. Let's go. Figure something out. How far was the trek back from where we came to get here?
I mean, up and over. I just point up and over.
No,
Yeah.
like when we originally came from out of like a portal or whatever to get to where we are now.
It's a few hours, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
With
Is there nothing closer?
Unsure.
Like to sleep? I mean, anywhere you could sleep.
No, a portal. That isn't the only one here, is it?
well, how did we get
Well-
here? It was a book, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I grabbed the book. I grabbed the book
I think Kotatar has the book.
from Kotatar. I grabbed the book from
Had a
Kotatar.
Kotatar backpack.
I forgot. I was thinking about the Dragon Eye book, but that was my personal book, so I don't have
Right.
that book.
Right. You referring to the book with a bunch of limbo stuff in it right now?
I thought that's what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
it had
Yeah,
limbo
that's-
in it.
Yeah, he'll kind of hold it out with a bit of a bemused look on his face.
Well, logic would dictate that if this book, which is different now, but didn't that get us here? Would the logic not be consistent that perhaps this book can get us back to Limbo?
Pretty good assumption.
Yeah.
And he'll start flipping through it.
Can you detect if it is an active portal?
Somebody can give me an Arcana check or a detect
I
magic.
was
Well, don't,
thinking the
don't
guy who can
Kotatar
detect
just
portals.
see them?
Yeah.
Isn't
Oh,
that
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
do, Kotatar?
Yeah,
Do your
yeah.
trick.
I forgot about that.
Why is that? Everybody's coming at me now.
Starts throwing peanuts.
Do the thing. Do it.
Yeah, Kotatar, you're not really getting a ping off this book.
Mm-mm.
You can give me an Arcana check. You can give me an Arcana check, Kotatar.
Yeah,
to
I'm not
know.
good at these. Yeah, cool. Two.
Guidance.
You got a 2.
Oh,
Oh, great.
Add a D4.
what? 3.
3. So
I think we're good.
I'm confident.
You really don't know why. You knew it was a portal that got you here, but you only know that it was the Anarchs that turned it on, that opened it. So
David begins to cut out his eye. I'm just kidding.
you can definitely.
Nira just stabs him like 10 times. Stop it!
Yeah.
Enough.
You definitely get the sense that it is a portal. You just wouldn't know how to activate it. Maybe you do. Maybe you could try some things, but with that roll, you don't really know what to do.
If I take
Perhaps
10 minutes and cast Identify, would that help us figure out how to use it?
Worth a try.
He'll as he's looking through it, he's just it is perhaps a issue of distance. Perhaps when we get closer to where we first popped in here, it might resonate. But if someone wants to experiment, be my guest in the meantime.
I have an idea that I wish I didn't have.
Oh?
Yeah, well, okay, so the Anarchs did help us hone the lighthouse, right? So maybe with the book and Alseta's door.
But they still have
I
it,
mean,
don't they?
Which?
The lighthouse.
I thought we. Do they? I thought we had it back.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. I don't know.
Lighthouse.
The Alseta's
we've been-
portal,
the lantern, as I've been joking.
lantern. Sorry, the focus for Alseta's portal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we got that back.
I think you guys
Yeah, I
have
don't-
it.
All right.
Yeah, with a little more control. So that might be worth a shot. But the thing is, we won't know anything about Faerun, so we're gonna be the people who just show up in a plane of existence, being like, "Is this Faerun?"
Kotatar looks
Go ahead, sorry.
Marty, we have to go back.
and he just kind of shrugs at you, David. Hasn't stopped us before.
Alseta's calling the facts.
I know.
That was amazing.
Haven't heard a real phone in a long time.
Right? Nira, what were you saying?
I don't remember anymore. There was a weird animal sound and it scared me. And I got
it's all right.
distracted and forgot everything in my head. But she is, I think she's now just splashing around in the mud and constantly casting prestidigitation, so she's perfectly clean, but probably Reginald, who's standing next to her, has like muddy legs now.
Well, in the meantime, if you guys want to get some rest, I'm feeling pretty good. I could take first watch and maybe scout around a little bit.
I could just put up the dome again too, if we just pick a place.
Yes.
It could even be outside. That doesn't stop it, or that doesn't come in if I don't want it.
Where it was before. Right here, I mean.
Take not first watch.
Let me
Yeah,
just
Kotatar.
put it this way. If it's raining like this, and we put the dome outside in the mud, Who's not to say that the water's going to rise around the dome, or some kind of muddy mulch over the time that we're resting? And I'll go inside and make sure that doesn't happen.
But then it would muddy flood the cave?
Not necessarily, not if we go nice and far in. Or we could do it above, on the rocky surfaces.
We could sleep in the armor room. That's not terrifying.
Yes, or with that giant statue, the one that looks like some kind of weird demon.
That statue's my friend.
You actually might have. We should maybe go away from the opening of the cave somewhere safer. Like maybe just go back up top.
Yes, we can go up. Yes. And we did it last time, so why not?
Up top?
Yes,
All
up
right.
top.
Cheeseburgers!
Okay.
Do not
All right.
explode! I start going up slowly for whoever wants to grab on.
Well, I'm going to walk. I just start walking up the side of the...
Hey.
Anybody wanna fly?
Yeah, I forget how I guess through Nira can probably get everybody up there through time if you want to just
Yeah.
fast track.
I'll ethereal step.
Okay. All right, you guys get to the top of this canyon. It's still in a very open space. You can see way off in the distance the direction you guys came from, where there's actually forest. But it looks, an hour or so worth of walking to get there. Yeah, what would you like to do?
So are we taking a rest? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, let's take a rest.
Cool. While we're resting,
Long rest, right? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
while we're resting, can I, because of my Eladrin special ability, can I kind of connect with my ancestors, see the best way to find this myth Draenor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get
So
that
Nira's gonna
information?
cast the hut.
Yeah,
Or focus on
So we are taking a
Faerun.
long rest. So
Everyone's
okay,
taking
I'll
a
cast.
long rest.
I'll spend 10 minutes to cast the hut.
David.
Reginald is going to go into a trance, and Kotatar is going to take first watch. Go ahead, Sanlion.
You and I should take a watch together. You wanted to
Uh,
talk, did you not?
Yeah, I would like third because I'm very tired.
Very well.
You third, you can help me make breakfast.
Yes. Get me to do some cooking and stuff. It'd be good.
Cool.
That makes sense.
The dome's not done. Okay, I'll just move him in.
Oh, the rain's getting in his mouth. Just
Turn him on his
I've got it.
belly.
I've
Turn
got
him in
his
his belly.
ankles, I'll drag him in.
You just-
face first into the mud. Hold on.
yeah.
Speed up.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys settle in. Something I don't think I've ever asked, Nira, what does your hut look like?
It really inside or outside? Inside.
Inside, yeah. What does it feel like? You can kind of create whatever you want.
So the outside reflects wherever we are, so it's kind of reflective. We can see inside of it because we know it's there, but it's got kind of that bubble sheen because it's not fully undetectable. But inside, it's very warm and homey. Currently, I think it kind of resembles the feel of the inside of Kotatar's home. Just like that first place that we kind of got together and felt like there was a home. She's kind of replicating that. As people fall asleep, and she usually does this on worse nights, so I think tonight would be a good night because everyone's tired and hurt and it's been a bog battle. She projects little dancing pictures for them on the wall. So Kotatar's is now Makiak and home. Silva's is the little cottage. Who else does I have? Reginald is the rolling greens of his place and his castle, but none of his family are there in his little images.
Oh,
David has
So
just
sweet.
images of him and Nira and their little adventures and all the happy times. And Sanleon's I think changes the most. At first it was really aggressive and fighting and battles because that's what she knew most about Sanleon, but it's gotten a lot softer and more of his stories and a little bit of the bard music that he would talk about.
Nice. Very nice. I love that. Okay, Kotatar, you are up. What would you like to do?
So he's sort of making just walking around the hut initially, and then kind of making a slightly wider berth as not, but he'll only go as far as like keeping the hut within like eye shot, and then we'll pan back that way, and you'll sort of do that, and then eventually, probably sort of sit on top of the hut.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to do during this time? Are you looking for anything specific?
Hmm.
Are you on watch alone right now?
Yep.
Reginald is trancing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for any wildlife or plants.
You notice that up here it's mostly rock. This
Mhm.
whole canyon, it kind of feels like the Grand Canyon. There's not a lot except for rock. And if there are creatures, they're probably within the canyon. Up here, it's quite desolate. It's very, you don't see any creatures. You don't see any greenery. Most of that is off in the distance towards the forest. But as you're sitting there, you realize that once again, the plains start to shift and it stops raining. And the sun comes out. And even though you can't see them, you do hear the sounds of like birds and chirping, and just kind of a really nice moment where just the sun comes out and everything parts.
I think after a while, he'll sort of focus on the sounds of the birds, and then he'll sort of match that sound, like whether that's a whistle call or whatnot.
Give me an animal handling check.
What dice do I want to do this with? It's not terrible. Let's see. I'm pretty decent at that, I think. 14.
As you're kind of mimicking these sounds, you can see a cardinal kind of bird, almost like a red cardinal, kind of appear and answer your call, and even come down and floats right down, and probably about 15 feet away stops and kind of hops around a little bit and like kind of like mimicking what you're doing.
I can't speak with animals.
Oh, you have that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. You just hear it say, well, I guess it just says, hello? Friend?
Yes. Friend.
And it like kind of hops a little closer, kind of doing a little flap as it kind of hops in. And it kind of just cocks its head at you and doesn't say anything else.
I'm sure I'm a curious creature to you. Perhaps that is an understatement.
And then it says, you don't belong here, do you?
No. Just visiting.
And as you say that, the world begins to shift again. The clouds return. The rain does not, but everything starts to desaturate again. And this red cardinal kind of gains little spines, like little spikes down its spine, and teeth, like 2 hooked teeth, come out of its beak, and its eyes grow bigger, and its claws are a little stronger, and its feathers are ruffled, and it regards you again and says, you don't belong here.
No. I don't, just visiting.
You don't change with LaVelle. You don't change. Why?
Not as talented as all of you.
You don't belong here. And with that, it kind of flutters away.
He just stares at it as it disappears into the horizon.
Is there anything else you'd like to do during your watch?
Kiss a very familiar ring. That's about it.
Okay. As your watch comes to an end, I will, Reginald, as you are trancing within the hut, tell me a little bit about what this ability is.
So essentially, this ability that I haven't really actually used very often is it's basically like an Eladrin trance, where every time I trance, I can gain proficiencies drawn from the shared elven memory to be proficient in, you know, singing, disguise kit, blah blah, whatever. But my thought is that I'm using that when I'm in my trance, I would be connecting with my kind of shared elven brethren and be able to converse with them. Which doesn't specifically say that, but that's kind of what I'm going for.
As you trance, you realize that even as you go deeper and deeper into the trance, there's no one to talk to, but you are tapping into a shared library of knowledge. Give me a history check.
Sure. That's a 12 plus numbers. History. 16.
You realize, or you tap into this part of someone's memory of what the city of love really was. Myth-Dranor. It was a beautiful city with high elves that ran it. There was a council of high elves that oversaw the entire city. And the city had humans and dwarves and tieflings and all sorts of races that lived in harmony there. Thus why it was called the City of Love. And there was peace for many, many years under this rule. And then one day, a war broke out and caught them by surprise as they were attacked, and the whole city fell. And no one lives there anymore because there's a magic that surrounds Myth-Dranor that everyone knows of. But nobody quite understands. But it's like a barrier that keeps a lot of magical things out. So you know there's no way directly to teleport there or to portal there. There's a barrier, a magical barrier that is just leaking magic. Is there anything else you'd like to try to pull from your...
Do I know who caused the war, or what was the fighting between the forces?
Yeah, let me look that up. Yeah, I can tell you all about that. Trio Nefarious entered the northern woods, attacking the outer plains. Okay, this is what was called the Weeping War. It was a man or a creature, a Netherese archwizard named Trio Nefarious is what he's known by. It's his full name is only able to be spoken in Abyssal.
Right.
So Trio Nefarious is this Netherese archwizard who brought an army and took it down. So this is known as the Weeping War. It is not the War of the Dreams versus Nightmares.
Yep.
That happened very long time ago. This one was more recent by hundreds of years.
Do I know of a way to get or teleport to a place that's like outside the barrier, like nearby?
You do not have any recollection of, like, there's no elven memory to tap into about portals as far as Faerun goes.
Right. Okay. Yep, I'm done.
Okay. Kotatar, who would you like to? I think Silva and Nira are up next in the.
Yep. That's who he's going to get.
Okay. Silva and Nira, you're up.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. It's not raining outside anymore, right?
No.
Nira will walk outside.
Right before he lays down, he just says, "Watch out for the birds."
And as you step outside, once again, everything has become saturated. The sky is so blue. It is so beautiful. And the clouds have a tint of silver and purple to them that just give them a cotton candy kind of look. It is quite beautiful, even though there's no like forestry around here and it's mostly just earth. Even the earth has a tint of orange to it that kind of complements the sky.
Probably go lay on top of the dome where it's clean. Stare at the sky
Okay.
because it's pretty.
Okay. Silva, what would you like to do?
I can't hear you.
Oh, I'll climb up too.
Okay.
My mic up a little bit. Kind of weird sitting on something round like this.
Yeah, it's easy to slide off.
I'm gonna purposely
As you've
slide
seen
off
Nira
a little bit.
slide off the top.
Yeah.
You're just like.
But it's also fun if you're expecting it.
Yeah. Ah, that's great. It's like a slide. I love it. What did he say about birds?
He said, "Beware of birds," or "Be careful of the birds."
That's
or watch
all?
just something. An ominous bird is happening. As Nira looks around, looking for an ominous bird happening.
Weird. All right. Well, I guess we'll look out for birds.
Stay away,
Kinda feels
birds.
like, yeah, no birds here. Think we're golden?
I think there's an awkward silence for a minute. You're just kind of bouncing back and forth, trying not to like ask the obvious question.
Are you always
So,
a Stacy?
I eat a lot of sugar.
Ah, yeah.
And then
I guess
hands
that
you a
counts.
marshmallow.
Oh, I love these. Hmm.
So, how you feeling today?
Good. Yeah, good. Good.
Okay, that was really cool. How did you do that? What did you do? What did you find? Like, have you always been able to do that? That was really cool.
Oh, talking to the dead person.
I mean, think of all the things you can learn from someone who isn't around anymore, who was around before, like you did.
Has so many questions all at once.
I'm sorry.
One, no, it's okay. One, no, never done before. That was wild. Two, I don't remember the other questions you asked, but it just kind of happened.
I think Silva, you'll notice that she does not pull out her pen and notebook. She's actually like focused on you and this conversation, whereas normally she's like not. She's paying attention, but she's not like it's the science of it that she's writing down and not listening.
Yeah. It was like it was weird because it wasn't like you when you do magic. You know how you just kind of like are intentional about it? It was like I just knew that it would talk to me and I reached for it and it spoke.
But that means that there's real magic in you.
I guess. Unless, what if there was just magic in the thing and it was reaching out to me and I just responded to it? It could have been that too.
Well, I mean, there are other magical people in the group and other people also who are looking for signs. And I feel like if it was just looking for someone to talk to, it might have just talked to whoever stumbled upon it. But you talk to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, it was weird because it felt intentional. Like this person, Failure. Yeah. They I think they might have been like, I told you about my partner that I lost, right? I feel like they could have possibly been an ancestor or something. It felt like we're kind of on like hollow grounds, like a land that used to belong to their people, and I don't know. They said that Oberon was there in the land where they rested.
Nira's eyes are very big. So you're telling me that the love that you had for someone else is what helped you with this, and their ancestors helped you because of the love. That's beautiful.
It could be. I didn't think of it that way, to be honest, but that's a good take on it.
It could also mean that Oberon is still looking out for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that would... It's a lovely idea.
Looks up at the sky, kind of dangles her feet. If they're in a place that they can talk to you, that might mean that we could find a way to talk to them.
You think so?
I mean, I don't want to say yes and then it not work, but I mean, you just proved that you could reach beyond and talk to someone. It might take time, but who knows what that could mean.
Wow. Magic is so strange.
It's real strange, and sometimes it's a little creepy because it is a little scary to think that you could do that, but
yeah, like, and also, what did they want me to do with this? I pull out like this gilded skull. Why give me? This is so weird.
It's a great paperweight. For now, I mean, are we supposed to make something out of it, or can you talk to it?
Mr. Bones. Should I ask it?
How is it doing? Is it okay with the way it's been traveling? Now that I know it could talk, I feel like we should care about its feelings.
How are you feeling?
There's feelings.
I don't think it's working.
Okay. Maybe another time.
I feel so stupid. I'm glad you're the only one saying this.
No. Hey. Magical experimentation is never stupid. As long
Okay.
as long as you do it with a purpose and it's not going to hurt anyone or harm anything, it's science. And that's what you're supposed to do, learn magic. Do you know how many times I had to tell people to, like, hey, go do a thing before a person did a thing? You know how dumb it was? I would go, stop! As someone was attacking us and they just didn't stop, because that doesn't work if you just go, stop, don't move anymore.
That's yeah. We do that quite well. Reginald does that a lot.
Magic takes practice. I don't care what anyone says.
All right, well, I guess if you say, 'cause you're the master, you know what you're talking about.
I think this one, we're going to go with how your heart feels.
Thanks, Nira.
And hey, if it's ever too much, that's also okay. And Nira kind of gives her a little hug. And another marshmallow.
Oh.
You realize, Silva, that the marshmallow seems to just taste just a little bit sweeter than normal. And if that is how you guys spend your watch, if nothing else.
Okay with that, if you are.
LaVelle does not shift during your entire watch. It stays beautiful. Sorry, Kotatar.
I miss the rain.
And yeah, I guess next would be to wake up Sen and David.
I'll wake them up. I put a marshmallow in both their hands. I think I just shove a marshmallow in their mouth to wake them up. It's not the safest.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Order attack!
And I just somehow look down at both of them. Kotatar says, beware of weird birds. And I just go lay down. We didn't see any though.
I hate birds. You ready for breakfast shit?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? You and I don't think you and I have ever shared a shift together. And
Nope.
if we're being honest, I always thought that maybe you, like, when you woke up, you just sat up. Right?
Really?
I don't know.
Like that?
I mean, kinda. It's cool.
Ugh. David.
Yeah.
Maybe just for you, I'll do it sometime. On our next shift?
Right. Shh. Right. Shh. Let's pop out. I want to show you how we do this. Okay. So first, we're fine. Breakfast is a pretty important part of our day. And it's cool. You've never been here for this. You've woken up to it, but it's really cool. And David will, with a nimbleness you've never seen before, like twirl around a chef's knife and be, oh, let's start. The most important thing.
You could have been a rogue. You could have been with that kind of skill. Oh goodness.
I don't have the dexterity.
What's that?
Mechanically.
What's this? What?
Muscle memory. I don't know. It's muscle memory.
It's impressive.
So, the most important thing when you're making breakfast for people is to know the person you're making breakfast for. Caring about them will show in your food. So you just have to feel the connection, for instance, for Kotatar, when we were in Limbo, he took us to that amazing omelet place, and they had these ingredients that I've never seen before. And And like I pull out these like ingredients that I grabbed before we left, and I make just this really limbo omelet. That's just like I noticed him like maybe going for seconds when we were at breakfast. So I get that all prepped. I do the mise for that, and I put that to the side. With Silva, she's more grounded. I've noticed sometimes she doesn't. She keeps it kind of in. So I like to give, when she's her happiest, it seems that it's when she's floating or flying or feeling the earth. So, and then I make an omelet that's got a little bit of truffle, mushrooms, just a really, really earthy flavors. And I have, I set up some chai for that as well, because I've noticed that when I've made that before, maybe a little more than coffee that's been enjoyed. For Nira, it's the most obvious. So I whip up some like chocolate chip pancakes and I make like a marshmallow sauce for it, and then like 3 different kinds of syrup. And then for Reginald, and I just make a bowl of oatmeal, but I put in the center, like, and because he's been pretty incredible lately, please don't tell him I said that. I place this berry in the middle of the oatmeal that is really rare and delicious, and it's just there to be like just a little reminder that you are doing your paladin thing, but that you're still you. And I gotta tell you, San, when I make your breakfast, I don't know what to make a lot of times.
Anything you like, really. I like lots of things.
Right. The thing is, it's anything I like. It's anything anyone else likes. But what do you like? What do you want?
This is a very roundabout way of asking about me, David.
Well, I gotta make breakfast.
You do. And I'm helping, of course. So maybe I can tell you a bit about what I like whilst doing that.
Just twirl the knife, start just chopping some vegetables. Go for it, man.
All right. Yes, chef. What do you want to know? You said just something about that, or do you really just want to know what I like for food?
I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. Why don't we start easier? What do you want to eat?
Is that a dig at the fact that I'm... You know what, never mind. Yes, let's start with the food. So, food-wise, when I come from a snowy climate, I like hot food. I like food that promotes warmth. Not just on the outside, but on the inside. Something that'll keep you going for a while. Something hearty. Like a good soup, for instance. Something with a good broth that will make you just feel like you've been home all along. That kind of food.
A very common thing, breakfast soup, huh? Okay.
Back where I am, yes. Was
Have
that
you
or
ever
porridge?
felt-
And he just looks at Reginald's porridge. No.
Well, that's a paladin's porridge. You don't need to have that. I can make a porridge for you that's not that. But have you ever felt that before? That warmth, that without eating it, have you ever felt the belonging or the warmth that your tummy wants?
Yeah, once. Well, back when I was in the hinterlands, there was one person that made me feel warm, I suppose. Now you see San Leon is just kind of distant at this point. But he was... He was a good friend for a long time. And, when I left... I was going to take him with me, you see. He made me feel like a person. Like someone who was meant to exist in this day and age. Taught me music, and he painted a lot. And he made me feel warm. But after all of that, I went to go find him on the way to the boats. The village was burned down. And I don't know. I suppose you want me to be more open. I was going to propose to him. I could have done it sooner. I could have. He made me feel warm. I'm sorry, that was a tangent.
So David will just slide a bowl in front of him of just this steaming hot porridge that has a lot of really strong seasonings and really colorful, just colorful vegetables and things like that. So it looks like a painting within this really hearty hot porridge. I think it's time to wake everybody up.
You see San's face twitching a bit as a few tears start to roll down, and he takes the bowl. Thank you, David, for that. Yes, let's wake up everyone.
Everyone get up, it's breakfast.
What? Nira just makes a lot of noises.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm just kidding, I'm just really tired.
Did you all not get a good night's rest?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Why is everyone so quiet and sad? I don't like this.
Eat
I'm
your
not sad.
fill. Get the food. It's all there,
This
ready
looks
for you.
delicious. Thank you, Daniel. Not
Yeah.
Daniel. Who the fuck is Daniel? Thank
Who's
you,
that?
David and Sam.
Thanks, you
It
two.
was messy, David, but
Oh,
all the
is
same.
this
Bon
Jai?
appetit.
Yeah.
Thanks. I mean, don't you can stop perceiving me. Gosh, I was just excited.
Question for David: have you made this for Kotatar before?
I don't think I've put this much like care into a breakfast before this conversation with. So like, yeah, something close to it. I've infused the flavors and stuff, but I haven't like made a demonstration of cooking like this.
He walks up to you. 2 egg whites, 1 whole egg, spinach, tomato, cheese, cheddar, white cheddar, paprika. How'd you know?
I pay attention.
He just kind of puts like a hand on your shoulder and then sits down and finishes eating.
Nira has already eaten most of the pancakes and is sitting here like this because she currently has a sticky hand from all the syrup, but she's too busy eating to prestidigitate. Which is, is usually a good job because she won't stop to do magic. So it's a good breakfast.
All eat your breakfast, and the hut has disappeared at this point. The sun is out, and you notice that the sun has like a yellow orange hue to it that kind of just saturates and warms the air, and you feel rested and very good in this moment. And you've noticed that while LaVelle is constantly changing, it's actually stayed in this state for quite a while.
Well,
Well,
You'll notice
we're
that
ready to get going.
before we get going, you'll notice that Reginald is very quiet because he's processing what he just saw in his memory, which is like the traumatic events of the Weeping War. But yes, we can move on.
You guys would like to do what?
Um,
Make your way back. Where would you like
yep,
to do?
back through to hopefully the
Sentry.
trees will keep their promise and allow us safe passage back through to the Feywild.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to find your way back. You at least back to the forest. It's dead ahead of you. You can see it as it approaches closer and closer. You guys make your way down the cliff, now back down to the bottom of the canyon. And right there at the edge is grass. And into the grass is, or in towards is a forest. And you guys make your way through pretty much a straight line. As you do, LaVelle begins to shift again and warp. And everything becomes dark, and trees start to look nefarious and dead. But then they fill with life again. And you notice there's not a lot of wildlife as far as creatures go around here. If they do, you might hear a little crack here every once in a while of something walking in the distance, but you don't really see anything. It's all pretty quiet and calm. And you guys make your way. You see almost, I think, if I remember correctly, coming out of almost nothing are these, I think, vines. Are they tree branches? I can't remember what you guys pulled through.
I don't remember either.
Why not both?
Why not both?
You guys
Branchy
see almost,
vine.
Branchy
coming-
vines, moss too. Why not?
almost coming out of nothing are just these like floating like vines that just seem to be from a different dimension, just hanging there.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Just
All right, you guys catch on to these vines and you kind of pull on them, and they bring you through the mirror, and one by one you all fall 60 feet who give you guys a reaction to do something. If not, you're taking damage because you're coming straight through a mirror on the top of the ceiling.
Shoot.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah.
Oh my God.
What was that?
Oh my God, that's so funny. I'll Misty step down.
Okay, you Misty step down, and
let's see, so I'm
anyone else?
falling
Nira has a broom.
Well, I tried the broom once and I got a 1, so I couldn't use it on the walk. So I'm gonna roll again as I'm falling to yell cheeseburgers and hope to catch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to an aerial tumble
Yes, that'll
toward
work.
a ledge where I can actually get some footing and actually start.
Yeah, give me a dexterity. Actually, yeah, give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you
Alright.
can kind of swing off of a vine as you fall through and catch the wall.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I do get 19.
Yeah, you were able to quickly, as you guys walk straight through, suddenly you're horizontal and falling, but you managed to grab on a vine and straight up to the ceiling, and you can kind of catch the wall there.
Didn't consider that. Ah.
Seems none of us
David.
did.
David, Silva, Reginald, you guys are.
I
currently
will-
falling, or you tell me something that you're doing.
If anyone looks, does anyone look like they don't have a plan? Probably Reginald.
I've got a plan. I'll just face step to a safe spot.
Okay.
All right, I will thorn whip and try to wrap it around something, and as it kind of cinches to like a mirror, I will put my hand out to towards Silva and Kotatar for someone to grab on.
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw as you try this.
Can I
for
do
that system?
anything else?
It's a dexterity save.
Mm-mm.
12. Sheesh.
Not quite good enough, but it's not bad. You miss grabbing someone, so you thorn whip around a mirror, and you hit the mirror. It doesn't crack, but it's just enough to do 2 points of damage. And then you
Ow.
make your way down with your thorn whip. You guys are now back in Cendriane. Nothing seems different. This hall of mirrors stands exactly as you left it. What would you like to do?
I and hurtle down a little bit past everybody, and then just remember I can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can fly.
Exactly.
Exactly that.
Like, oh hey.
I'll float down to the ground.
So I think we are gonna go back. Was it back to Limbo and then try to teleport
What's the plan?
to Faerun? Yeah. So
Rune, yeah.
the quickest way to do that.
Same way we came. And if everyone's accounted for, he'll start to walk out of the area.
Yep.
Mhm.
Me too.
Follow you back.
Follow you.
Depending on not depending actually, when we pass by the tree that I talked to, I'll take a moment to just give it like a kind of a quarter bow and then keep walking.
You notice that even though there is no wind, the leaves and branches kind of rustle as like an
Aw.
answer.
You got a friend.
And you guys make your way back. Everyone give me... You're not... Unless you're trying to be stealthy. If you guys aren't trying to be stealthy, just give me like a stealth check, even though
Sure.
you're not being stealthy. I want to
Yeah.
kind of see if you guys
See who
feel
sees us.
horribly. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. 18 for Kotatar.
Okay. Stealth check. Oh, wait, Sam needs to put headphones on.
10.
San Leon, stealth check, please. 10.
15.
David?
We are not stealthy today.
2.
Uh-oh.
Natural 1 for 2.
There he is.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome
Uh,
back.
Ooh.
8.
Mhm.
5 for a 14.
Whoa! What happened to
Advantage
sailing on,
as
man?
well. That was advantage.
Wow.
You guys are all walking along in this very quiet area of Sendrain, and you guys maybe look back and David is gone.
We lose someone?
David! David! You answer right now!
David, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Like almost no. Wisdom or I'm busted.
never
11.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, David is nowhere to be seen.
Can I try and track his scent? What?
Mute.
Sorry, caught you.
Oh,
There you
stupid
go.
Zoom.
There you go.
Do you want to give me like a nature check? How would you like to an investigation based off a smell?
What? How would I do it with perception? Because this is not good.
Your investigation's not good, but your
I can-
perception is. You can give me
Yeah.
a perception check. That's fine. Usually,
Yay.
people's investigation is better. So,
Yeah.
Um,
Can I join or help?
yeah, if you guys want to start.
Nat
looking around.
1.
Great.
Son, you don't even get a scent.
Quick point of order from like a location perspective. Are we close to like the where we entered, or like
Mhm.
near like the waterfall? Like
You can see ahead of you the dilapidated library that you guys came in.
Uh-huh.
And then you can see the waterfalls off in the distance.
okay. Try and stay close. I don't know if something or someone grabbed him, but
There
he's kind of looking up at the
Which-
trees. Yeah.
is there a tree nearby I can kind of climb to the top?
Yeah, absolutely. There's lots of trees.
Is it worth mentioning I can't be surprised? Probably not, because it's David. Never mind.
Also, me too, because of the longbow.
Oh,
warning,
with the
so-
glowing sword. Yeah.
Yep, nothing went off.
But that would mean that it's not hostile.
Is anything
a
going
trap.
on with me?
Am I here? Do I
I was
exist?
just
Do
giving
I
them,
notice?
Giving them a
I know.
moment.
I'm just kidding.
So, David,
Can't you-
roll 46. Okay, cool. Now roll again. again?
Tell me when you're unconscious.
What's your max hit points?
Yeah, right.
what's-
Just
Alright.
enough.
Can Nira? I would throw up. Nira's gonna throw up a detect thoughts to see if she can feel anyone else around.
Get 30 feet, correct?
Good idea.
And I walk 1 foot in every direction.
Mhm.
Those stairs until I get a ping.
You can detect the thoughts of anything, like any person, any creature kind of thing, or is it just humanoids?
Oh, I have to be able to see them.
Oh, okay.
Divine sense.
Yep. So I wouldn't do that. Never mind.
Fae, celestial fiends.
Celestial fiend and undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. So that might screw it.
60 feet, not behind total cover. You do not sense anything.
Walk up to the nearest tree and cast Speak with Plants.
Okay. Once again, you hear kind of this groan as like the trees shift a little bit, and you hear just who wakens me?
Kotatar awakens you. Awakens you. We came here with 6, and we are currently 5. Do your eyes see someone that's missing?
I shall check my roots. And the roots, you get like a pulse, and roots just start to kind of lift up from the ground that you didn't even know were there. And they kind of tie in with other roots through other trees. And you just see this like pulse of energy just reach and reach throughout the trees. You are not alone.
Is it more spiders?
The spiders are always present. But so are other things.
Apparently, we're not alone.
I don't see anything.
Birds.
Don't think so.
Kotatar, is it worth checking on the ethereal plane, perhaps, for...
It sure is. And I'll
What-
flip over.
Hey, what do you see when you go into your ethereal plane? Do you actually see through things?
I can sort of see like floaty-ish through the for lack of a better term, the etherealness of it all. So I sort of I ignore all objects and effects that aren't on the ethereal plane, but I can like move through objects that I can perceive on the plane that I originated from. In this case, the Feywild, I guess.
Okay.
And anything that's like that's in the ethereal plane, I would see.
Okay.
Creatures.
You see nothing as far as people, but do give me a perception check.
Great. Is this a sight thingy?
Yes, it is a sight thingy.
Great. Good, because I needed advantage really badly. That's a 27.
Ooh.
There are footsteps that you can only see in the ethereal plane.
Do they match the gait of Mr. David or somebody else?
They do not match David's gate. They are bigger.
Show yourself.
You don't get an answer. The footprints go far away,
Where?
towards the waterfalls.
And then kind of by that point, because I only got around, so by that point, I'm back. And he's pointing at the waterfall. In the ethereal plane, I saw steps. That's not steps. Footsteps. Footprints. Headed that way.
Leading that direction. Okay. All right, team. We're going to save one of our own. Let's go.
Mir's already going that way.
Yep.
David is missing.
I'm jogging alongside Nira as well.
David,
Yes.
hello.
Where am I?
Hello, buddy.
You wake up.
Oh.
You didn't realize that you were asleep.
I will look around for my friends.
You are surrounded by water, but you are on like a beach area, but you're behind the waterfall. It is quiet, even though there should be a rushing sound of water, because it is a great waterfall, very big, but it is quite quiet. It's peaceful. And the water kind of comes behind the waterfall. You are in this big open cavern. And the water kind of laps up against you as you're kind of on a shore part in the cavern.
I'll reach my hand in the water to make sure it's real.
Yeah, it feels like water. Yeah, it's cold, it's cool, it's refreshing.
You said I'm behind the waterfall?
Mm-hmm.
I turn around just real quick. Is there a treasure chest?
gotta ask.
You don't see anything.
I'll shout for near. I guess I'll reach through the waterfall. Like it's just wall behind me, right? Like, it's just like a little grotto kind
It-
of thing behind the waterfall.
Yeah, it's like
or is there a
it-
direct?
the cavern goes on a little bit deeper. It does have an end, but it almost looks like a little cove. And give me a perception check.
I will guide myself,
Mm.
as I'm wont to do.
Indeed.
I do have a 19 passive perception. Just throwing that
Yeah,
out
you
there.
can use that. That's fine.
Yeah. Best I can do is roll a d4 and get 19.
Okay.
Yeah, so
your
either
passive
17 or
is-
19.
It's good enough to realize that there is a circle on the ground made of leaves back in the cove.
I don't like it. Is it familiar at all?
Give me a history check.
Guidancing.
Guidance.
15.
Yeah. You've seen this in a dream.
Have I seen this in a dream or have I seen this in a dream?
You've seen this in a dream when you were much younger, before you saw, back in the Kier days, I would say, before you were met with all of your friends.
So I'll shout for all my friends, and assuming that I don't hear anything back, I will much quieter go here.
You got rid of Kier, didn't you, David?
Wasn't by design, but hello.
And from the wall, from the stone, as if molding into it and molding out of it, appears a fae, an Eladrin. And they wear purple robes, but underneath the robes are leaves and the vines and leaves that kind of come out, and they have antlers. Do you remember
I
the
take it.
prophecy?
Oh, the that I'm supposed to be one of the heroes of the world, a powerful druid. Yeah, I woke up to it. That's kind of hard to forget. As much as I've tried.
They walk forward and they are very graceful and very druid. If you could imagine a druid, it is them. My
Can I
name is
ask you a
Nightstar.
question?
Yes.
Lifestar?
Nightstar.
Nightstar, that tracks. How come this is the first time I'm seeing someone? If I was supposed to be some sort of prophesied hero, how come I've never met any of you?
You were not ready. And now you are supposed to be ready, but you are not. You are off doing things with your friends.
Yeah, helping people. The prophecy is for me to help everybody, so yeah.
This is not the way.
Who decides the way to help people?
We
You?
do. Yes, we do. We are the
Okay.
circle. We decide the fate of the world.
Where are my friends?
Does it matter? In the grand scheme of things, David, does it matter?
I mean, what's the grand scheme of things? I've been given riddles and mysteries and just power. I woke up powerful. And Kier left me. Like, I didn't exactly leave Kier. He just wasn't there anymore. So now you come to me to tell me I am not ready? Couldn't you have helped me get ready? Couldn't you give me anything?
Step into the circle, David.
Well, when you ask like that, how could I say no? What's in the circle?
Step into the circle, David.
Do I sense the other side of this waterfall is I mean, is there anywhere I could go if I was on the other side of this waterfall?
I mean, if you remember what the waterfall looked like when you guys came, you did take a good look at it because you wanted to.
I mean, this is that waterfall that is
you
familiar.
You can make that assumption. Yeah.
Well, if you don't think I'm ready, I don't know if I should go in that circle, but let me show you just how ready I am. And you just hear bones snapping and breaking as his face droops down and he takes on the form of a nightmare horse and gallops the fuck away from them, trying to find his friends.
Everyone else.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, you hear him neighing, or he neighs very loudly. He goes,
I have to imagine, like we're like over here, like Pink Panther, like
Yeah.
and then boom.
You just
the
see this nightmare of a horse that you do recognize bust through a waterfall and like gallop quite not gracefully towards you.
I think I've seen that nightmare before. Not the bad kind of nightmare. This is the David kind of nightmare.
That can only
Oh,
be
yes.
a David horse.
Can only be the David horse.
What's wrong, David? Why were you over there?
when if I see them, I'm bolting towards them, and
Yep.
just as soon as I am like within like galloping like a giant leaping distance away, I will like the bone breaking sound as they reknit themselves, and I will like land and spin around and just be like, druids, they're here and they want me in a circle. Yeah, that prophecy
circle.
thing. So for that prophecy thing.
Yes.
I don't know much.
Yeah, they're
about
mad
the
at me.
Prophecy thing. So
Where
this
are
is
they?
This is a bad prophecy thing.
Nira just
Drawing
starts
at
barking
lights?
that way.
Is that what
They
we're
don't just
doing?
tell David to get in a circle. That's just rude.
You start marching and quickly find yourself like neck deep in water because you're so short.
Cheeseburgers! I start flying. I still do this.
Like all the brew, amazing. I love
I'm on a
it.
mission.
Nira,
Kotatar
you-
knocks 2 arrows and then is following there.
Okay. And
I just
you
draw the
guys,
sunblade as well, yeah. Same draws the sunblade.
you
seeing everyone
trudge
else
through the
arming.
water and force yourself through the waterfall from where you saw David emerge. And on the other side, you see this cavern. Give me perception checks.
Guidance.
Oh, you bastard.
26.
16.
8. Hey.
21.
Two.
Kotatar, Silva, I mean, everyone, you see nothing. And David, you see nothing.
There's no circle.
There's no circle.
Come out and face us. Circle. Thing. Druid.
Druids fucking suck.
Whatever it is, it's not here.
How,
Maybe
we
you
can
could
see
try
the back
that-
of the cavern, right? Where we are?
Yeah, there's
It's-
an ending
okay.
to it. Just a cove.
Okay,
They
making
can turn
sure.
into animals too, right? They could turn into like bats or something.
Look around.
Maybe this is the
David.
scary bird?
No, I don't think it's the same thing.
Different bird.
David, in your past, in your experience, have you encountered any druids that are familiar with the ethereal plane?
I haven't encountered a druid once. I'm supposed to be part of some prophecy. There was Kier left, and then I get told by this purple robe, and I'm telling you, when I say they were gaudy looking, like, I get it, you're a druid. Do you need leave dresses? Like, anyway, he told me to get into a circle. I don't know what this is.
What did the circle look like? Was it glowing?
What do you think it looked like? It was a druid circle. It was leaves, Kotatar. It was a circle of trash.
Did it have mushrooms?
I'm gonna cast detect magic to see if there's any residual magic here.
And I'm going to cast detect portal.
You both come up with nothing.
I'm going to physically look around and see if I can find any remnants.
Give me an investigation.
Damn. 18.
Yeah, there's no footsteps, or there's no remnants of leaves. It's as if this place is just a completely hidden space behind a waterfall.
Kotatar will like put his bow away and look at David. Let's not get distracted.
It was
After
pretty
all,
distracting.
I understand that. I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
Because likely if they want something from you, this will happen again.
Perhaps they are not really here and they just sent you a message from afar. We should all be on our guards, yes.
Dream magic.
Pretty aggressive.
Dream magic.
Pretty aggressive
Yes.
message.
I
There's no
did
doubt
wake
about
up
that.
here, like as if I was asleep. So
But did you really wake up? But
What's the last thing you remember
was it-
before you woke up? Oh, sorry.
I smashed into a wall in the mirror room. So
Mhm.
that happened. And then we were walking to do something. And then I woke up behind the waterfall. Can I cast Arcana on myself to see if I was whammied by something? Guidance. All right, so a natural 4, 9 plus 1.
David thinks.
10.
You don't feel groggy. You don't feel like you feel fine. It just feels like you missed some time.
Well, if we have no leads and no explanation, perhaps we just continue on back to Limbo and hope this doesn't happen again.
Yes. But David, if it's any consolation, that horse looked better than last time.
Thanks.
Nira, while we're walking back, would you mind holding hands with David just to make sure he doesn't disappear again?
Can ride on the broom, but I don't think we have to hold hands.
I mean, I'd be okay with it.
I mean, if you want to hold hands, and she.
Realism.
So
Yeah.
He'll take your hand, and even though he's been like acting like real angry and indignant, there is like a tremor to his handhold.
Oh.
Guys, make your way back through the waterfall. You're now drenched. And you guys can make your way to the scriptorium, which is right there.
when we
Nira,
get to
Kotatar, Silva, San, and David are all dry. Reginald hasn't asked.
for reasons. Kotatar will open up the limbo book and give it another whirl.
You feel remnants of the magic that brought you here still lingering. Give me... What is this? Do you have any sort of portal ability other than just to know where they are?
Well, and then the ethereal step. At level 11, I will.
Okay.
It's more of like an innate like thing, training for him.
All right, you do feel what's left of the portal is here. You feel that if you were to concentrate hard enough using your limbo ability, you could basically absorb all of this into the book and open the portal again. Just give me an Arcana check.
All right. And you'll kind of see him like open up the book and begin to sort of take like one knee and then just like take like inhale and then exhale, and just really spend time focusing it, and then just begins to hold on one second.
By doing this, you can give it to me at advantage.
That's a 14.
All right. You create the portal. Your book now opens up and light comes out of it. And if you step into it, you will find yourselves back in limbo.
And it's like the scene from like No Way Home, like it's because he's never done this before. And he's just like focusing all his energy, like kind of a bit of sweat on his brow, and he just and the large flash of like blue arcane energy.
Which would you walk through last?
That probably makes sense. Sure. And like for like a minute, like he kind of like his mind isn't where they are, and he's thinking about the last conversation that he had with Menur Og. And there's just a bit of a look of almost like surprise on his face.
Nice.
I'll go through first.
Okay. You all, if there's no objections, you all one by one step through the portal.
Yep.
And you find yourselves back in the Limbo Library. It almost feels like home. Definitely feels a lot safer than the place you were at.
Oh, much better. Much better. I need to... Oh, I guess we don't really have time, but I'd love some time to detox, but... well, that was a
from what?
experience. Well, very harrowing experience we just had.
Were you poisoned? Do you need
No,
help?
just emotionally and...
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh.
Do you want me to brew some tea for you?
I would love that, certainly.
All right. Now, what are we doing? Where are we sitting? What are we talking about here? What's the next step?
So we can find a portal to
Dwarves.
Faerun.
Do you want to go ahead and start that process, or is there anything you guys would like to do while you're here?
I wouldn't mind going to see... what's his face? Makiak.
No, you're not allowed to see him because you didn't remember his name. You're not allowed to. You lose your paladin level, it's over, man.
Sorry, my brain is all over the place today.
It's okay. Yeah, go ahead, Hope. Sorry.
It's as almost as if your wish was your command, because Makiak is standing near the entrance of the library, coming in, almost as if he sensed your presence, all of you.
Makia.
We saw him walk in?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are in the
Okay.
back of the library.
Okay. I just got a weird paranoia that we were still asleep for some reason. He's
He's
like, he's just there. You don't remember how you travel in your sleep. That's a good sign that you're sleeping.
Oh, that's good.
When Makia walks in, I kind of salute.
Always on time, Starlight. Always on time. And he'll. Oh,
And
you
you muted.
What did my husband say? Hope. No.
Don't leave us hanging.
Just said, "Welcome back, my sunshine."
And he'll walk up to him and give him a big kiss.
Aww.
But you are not back for long, I can tell.
No. Just
How can I help?
well, how do they say it in common? A pit stop.
I've never heard that before.
I've been there for far too long.
So, tell me, where is it that you need to go next? I assume you were successful.
First step completed. Yes, we have the materials we need. We just need to put things together. And that brings us back to Faerun and the city called Mithranor. Are you familiar with it?
I've never heard of the city of Mithranor, but Faerun, it is a very large place on the material plane.
Certainly.
You need to go there.
Apparently we do.
We have a couple of portals that'll take you to Faerun, different parts. But we only have a couple. They may not take you to where you need to be.
Any that are near, what was it, Silva? Dwarven cities? Ancient?
No, well, it is a dwarven city. Underneath the city, it's kind of like there was a natural disaster and then they were underneath it, if that makes sense.
Apologies for butting in, but have you heard of the Weeping War? Apparently it's on the location of that.
Maybe something we can look up.
Oh,
You cut
yeah.
out again, Hope.
There you go.
Fucking
You're back.
Zoom.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, he just kind of whispers under his breath, the Weeping War, the Weeping War. Yes, I've heard of this. And he'll start to rummage through books, and he'll actually ask Kotatar for help, in finding things. And
Of course.
after some times, he's pulled out a couple books, flipped through them with no avail, and he sets it aside and pulls another one. And then finally, yes, there's something about the Weeping War here. And there's he reads the text for a while, and he's deep in thought while you all wait. Is there anything you guys would like to do in this moment?
Just for flavor, like the combo of the two of them, like working on this together.
Yeah.
Like Kotatar like absentmindedly casts like Mage Hand, and like there's like Mage Hand has like the queue of books, and then the other, and then they're being shelved, and then back and forth. It's like this like assembly line of like research, and it's just like automatic, no words at all between the two of them, and it's just happening.
I love it.
And Reginald he's gonna do this not in his usual kind of sycophantic way, but actually more with confidence and pride in himself. Just ask if Makiak would like a cup of tea.
He just smiles and nods as he remains completely concentrated.
Saint Leon,
yes.
let's get some tea going, and maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
All right, come on. And Sam just kind of walks over to the nearest place that he can put down his tea set.
Silva, Nira?
If they're Nira puts 2 marshmallows on the table, one next to Makiak and one next to Kotatar, and then
Aw.
wanders away to get into trouble.
Okay.
Has Makiak heard of the cotton candy cycle? That's what I thought you were going to say.
Can I interest you in a great scientific theory?
Oh, it's amazing.
Okay. You, as you all are doing this probably takes a good 45 minutes, of just searching through books, and finally, you find a map of Faerun. And it's not fully filled out. It's almost as if someone has been mapping it, year by year, putting one piece together one at a time, just as they trickle in like little bits of information that comes in, just adding it to the puzzle that is Faerun to them, to Limbo. But it has enough on it, and it marks every single portal that is in Faerun. There's one in the north, one in the east, one on the coast, and one in the south.
From my elven memory, did I find out whether it was northeast, south, or west?
Yeah, you know that the Weeping War took place in the east, far east.
I will look at the map and go, yes, east. There we must go.
What's it? Is there a landmark that Reginald was pointing at? That's nearest to the portal in the east?
The portal is just kind of in an empty space that hasn't been filled on the map.
I know it's east, Kotatar. I mean, I wish I could be more specific, but I know it's east.
It's better than the entire damn continent, so I'll take it.
Indeed.
Okay. Makiak just says, a book. I need another book. And he goes to the very back of the library where there are 4 large books. And he pulls one that literally has the number 3 on it. This will be your portal. I don't know. Well, I don't know how you'll get back, but hopefully there will be answers when you're there.
I had a feeling you'd say that. I don't think we can keep coming back for help. It's too much of a detour. We've got too many things to do. So this might be farewell for a while.
Kotatar just looks at you with a big frown.
We will always be here to help, Reginald. There will always be a way to come home.
Warms my heart to hear that.
He lays it down, and he looks around to see that Nira is not right here, and San Leon has made some tea. Silva's probably hanging around, but he kind of looks around to see if you guys gather up.
Does anyone...
I
made a pot!
Makiak definitely takes some tea.
There you go.
Oh, I'll take some too, Stanley. I'm a champion at sculling tea.
Sculling tea?
Not the most
I have
refined. I know, but we're in a hurry.
I have to admit, it's kind of our fault. This is about 44 minutes longer than Nira's attention span.
I think at that point you hear a loud crash, and you're like, "What's sculling tea?" As she walks in, like shaking something off her foot that's stuck. She's totally stole like a fork.
Yeah.
Or
Why?
just a fork, nothing worth it. There's a fork in her pocket.
Why is your foot in a honey pot? I don't think I want to know.
She pulled her foot up. It's
I
not anymore.
definitely want to know. Oh,
But what's
dang it.
sculling tea? I would like.
Because
I don't
you
know
ate
that
it.
word.
Drink tea very fast. Let me show you. Oh, it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, very hot.
Yes.
How did that not
Fresh.
burn your entire throat?
Oof.
I'm sure it did.
Should have been in my winter form for that. Oof.
Did you even enjoy the tea, Reginald?
honestly, no. But we have
So
to get
then
going.
why did you do that?
Why can't you drink it while you walk?
I don't know if teas can go through portals.
I mean, we're not. But
Oh my god.
You just really did not think that through, certainly.
Well,
Sips
if
her
it's
tea
any
gently.
consolation, you've been thinking through a lot of other things quite well. But tea drinking is one thing maybe you want to work on.
I think they say baby steps, don't they?
Do
They
they?
do.
Mm.
Well,
see.
on the prime, Kotatar.
I wasn't being. There wasn't an accusation. I genuinely didn't know.
I know, that's why I said on the prime. I'm not
Right.
can
stepping
babies
back.
walk?
Anyways. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
Sure.
Pour you a little bit more so you can taste it properly.
will help with the burning. Oh no, it doesn't help. Oh,
I
Mir
suppose.
prestidigitates it cold.
oh
I can do that.
Mira,
Right?
you're
I
a
can make the tea
lifesaver.
cold.
You're a
Yeah.
lifesaver.
He just like pokes the bottom of it.
Oh, you're a lifesaver.
You know, I suppose this was a victory of sorts, wasn't it?
Also,
Well, the artifacts, or at least a piece of them, we found could be, assuming this second piece is bears fruit. It could be the difference. Something to hold on to if you need to.
I see. And what is there anything you guys would like to do before he sets down this book?
Is there anything that we can? I'm saying this in Kotar's voice, but I guess I'm trying to figure out is there anything that we can gain from, like, informationally between where we believe the city is, where the portal is, the region around that, just any intel in regards to that with all of the books of Limbo.
Sure, absolutely. I won't even make you roll for it because there's a map. You read
Yeah.
the map. The portal is surrounded by a very big empty space, as if
Yeah.
they didn't fill it in. But
Mhm.
to the east, there is written in very large mountains, and beyond that, some forest. But it's all very general.
Sure.
But you know,
There's no names of anything.
there's no names.
All right. Even to like the west.
To the west, yeah, towards the coast, you know, there's
Yeah. What's like just to make it really easy, like what's the nearest name from like where we are? Where
one
the
second.
portal is.
I have it up.
Just as something to reference, essentially.
Where are you? Here we go.
Where are you?
Sorry.
It's okay, I was ready for this. I got it. Probably one of the biggest names is the Highmoor.
And also the Faerun nerd in
That's-
me wants to know.
Yeah, so the Highmoor is probably the closest thing to the portal, but that is very close to the coast, which
Okay.
is west.
Got it.
Like in between those, there's really not much.
Okay. Yeah, good enough for him.
Okay.
I'm ready to go if everyone else is.
I'm ready, Kotatar. Yes.
Silva?
Onward march.
Teacups back.
Oh, teacups, yes.
Thank you.
Makiak looks to you, Kotatar, and just says, "It was short-lived, but it was nice to see you."
He just looks at him right in the eye. I'll take a moment anytime.
I'm sure you'll be back before you know it. And he opens up the portal. The book lights up, and just from it, rays of blue light emits from it. All you have to do, you feel, is just step in, just similar to the book that you guys used before. Okay. And you step in.
Once more into the breach, dear friends.
This time, as you step into the portal, just like any other book, you almost feel a sense of falling for just a moment, and then your feet sink in to something. Sand. And you are in a desert. A vast desert. And it is bright, and it is hot, and it is dry, and it seems to just go on forever, as far as you can see.
You know, the sun doesn't really work well with my skin.
Again, I wish I was in my winter form.
And as you look on to the vast emptiness that surrounds you, that is where we will end tonight.
Indeed. Good shit.
Good job, everybody. Way to make it. You're now in Faerun.
Yeah.
Yay! We're back, baby! And there's no lumberjacks with axes this time.
Not
That
yet.
we know of. There's worse things.
They're actually hanging out with the face spiders, actually.
That was fun.
That was really good. Thanks, guys.
Great game.
Good job, guys.
Great
Thank you so
game.
much to everyone who watches live with us. We appreciate you. Everyone who watches on YouTube, everyone who listens to our podcast. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. And again, I think we're going to be back next week, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you at PAX. See if you're going. Bye.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh.
My friend, I see you've changed your face. My friend, what game you play today? Will you stay, roll the dice, spare a life? My friend, will you remain behind?